So this is Houdini. We have our viewport in here, our object tab in here, and our parameters up here. So basically these three parts is what we're gonna use. In this object tab is where we're gonna create our nodes. So we just click here and type. Usually we start with a geometry node, and all parameters from this node we can see here, and we can play with these parameters. I'm gonna show you guys how to create a terrain. So I'm gonna rename this, and to start we have to jump in. We're gonna start with a high field node. High field, and as you can see, all parameters. Zoom out this. It's here, so we can change the size so we can see it. Before we set a size for our terrain, I think it's wise if we first think about where we are going to use it. So I'm going to use inside the Unreal Engine. So first I'm gonna check here this documentation, Houdini Engine for Unreal. It's talking about landscape, and here we can find all sizes that we can use inside Unreal Engine. If we set all the size in this node, we can use this. It's similar to Unity when we create some public variable and then we can change later on. We can promote some parameters in here in Houdini, and we can change these parameters inside Unreal. So I think we're gonna do this now. So to do this, first we have to go back in here outside, and then we click here and we have to create a digital asset. So this is, I call this terrain. I'm gonna choose where I'm gonna save this inside my ADA folder. Accept, and then we can destroy all spare parameters. We don't need them, and we come to this parameters tab. I like to put all this invisible because we don't need this, and then just to make it clear and easy to understand. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a folder, and we can change the label. The label is the name that we're gonna see on Unreal Engine. So we can call this size, apply, and then we can create a, let's see, a ordered menu in here, and we can come to menu, and here we can fill our size. So let's take this, put in here, and then we can type here our size. Perfect. So we can use this token as a value, apply, and accept. So if we come outside and we click here, we can see our size here, and if we click here, we have all our sizes in here, but we have to link this. So what we can do, we can click in here and we can copy these parameters. We can go inside, and here we can paste relative reference here, and then we can copy this, copy parameters, and paste relative reference here. So if we came in here and change the size, we can change the size inside. So let's go inside. You can see the size here. So if I change, let's take this one, let's go inside again, and you can see it's changed. We can create some noise. So we need high field noise, and we connect here and click in this display. and we have this small terrain. It's ready. We can use this. But to be honest, you can see here we have the grid. So these parts under the grid, it's like negative numbers. So I'm gonna push all of this to the grid, so to 0. Okay, so I'm gonna push up, so I'm gonna change this combine to maximum. Doesn't look like a terrain anymore. So to fix this, what we can do is we can duplicate this and we can create other noise, high field noise, and then let's see what we can do is we can, let's see, we can bring this down like this, and we can bring this down as well like this. I think it's nice. So we can combine both of these using a hide field layer. We connect these inputs and click in display, and here we're gonna select maximum again. So now we have this two combined. Actually, I think we can increase this. Let's see, a little bit. We can increase this as well, like this. It looks nice. So what we can now, I think it's ready. I think we can use like this. We can create some material. Let's do everything. So let's create some material. So we can use this attribute wrangle here, and we can use this vex expression. Unreal, we can use s at unreal underline material equals, and then we have to create this material inside Unreal first, and then we can copy the reference here, and when you open this in Unreal it will come with the texture as well. So I think we can go to Unreal now. I create this empty project. So the first thing, to connect Houdini with Unreal, we have to install Houdini Engine. It's a plugin, and then after install we can find this tab in here, Houdini Engine, and to connect both we can open Houdini session sync, and it's open the Houdini again. Okay, so now we can start to create folders. So we can create one folder for material and one folder for our AGAs as well. So I have this material ready, so I can drop in here, save this. I can create a new material, terrain material. We can drop this in here, bigger, and so here we can put 0.5 and maybe 1. I think it's okay. We save and we create, oops, in here the material instance. Save this and we click here and copy reference. We go back here and paste our reference here. So now we jump out and save Okay, let's see if it's working. Let's go back to Unreal, and we have to bring this. Let's open any projects here, AGA. So we have to bring this to Unreal. Let's save and just drag. Actually, before, let's remove this floor, and then we can drag our terrain here. Okay, I was, what? It's not working. So now it's here. So if we change, let's say it's working, let's change the size, and then it has to cook again. Yeah. So all parameters that we promoted inside the Houdini, we can find them in here. So this is our size. Actually, we should have changed this name as well. Yeah, I think the size is okay. I think we can create a tree just to populate our terrain. Let's start with other geometry node, and we can call this tree, jump in, and then we can, if we type tree, we can see all nodes related to tree in here. And we can start with a trunk, this one, and I also like to hide the other options. So this is our trunk, and we can play with the size, and we can use this ramp as well, so to make it. Then we can create some branch generator, and let's plug in all inputs, and then we have to click on display so we can see the branch. And in here we can change the angle. We put 90, I think it's okay. Also we have the ramp here, so we can play a little bit. Well, actually we can use a controller. Let's build a controller. Controller, and we can use this controller to control the topology, to lower the topology or add some variations. So we have to connect this yellow input to this yellow input. Got some error, but it's okay, I don't think it will bother us. So in here we can jump to resolution, and we can lower the resolution. As we're gonna use inside the Unreal Engine, we don't need high resolution, so maybe we can put this, I don't know, we can, let's see, yeah, I think it's, I think it's okay. We also can go to this meshing. Intersection behavior, it's Boolean and normal blending. We can change to normal blending. about the way how the branches are attaching to the trunk. You just blend the mesh together based on the normal value, so I think it looks nice. And other numbers that we can play in here is this randomize, so we can create different variations. It's super cool. So let's go back to the branch, and then we can create another branch. Branch generator, connect all inputs. We can put the angle to 90 again, and I think we can a little bit smaller, and we can create another branch. It's okay like this. Let's make this smaller. I think it's okay. We can create as many as we want, but I think it's okay. So now we can create some leaf. So we have these two options. So I'm gonna take this simple leaf. Let's find our leaf. So this is our leaf. We can play with the ramps, with the size, increase, decrease. I'm gonna leave like this. I think it's okay for me like this. And then we can use a leaf generator. Okay, so now we can connect our leaf in here. So if we create our own leaf, we can connect anything in this input. So I'm gonna use my leaf, and then you can increase a little bit this size. I think it's cool. I think it's nice. So this is our tree. It's ready. We can go back controller, and we can randomize our tree. What we can do here, we don't need to create a material for this. We can just plug some color node. We can connect a color node in here, this side, and we can select, I don't know, maybe some brownish color like this. I think it's okay. And we can duplicate this and bring to this side as well. And now we have to promote some variables that we can change our tree inside Unreal. So let's go back this. Let's create our digital asset. This we call tree. We're gonna change the folder, HGA, tree, accept, accept. Destroy all spare parameters. We don't need them. Let's make all of this invisible. We have some error, but I think we are good. So let's jump in, and what we can, so I think from the controller we can promote the randomize. So we can call this randomize, and we can set the range from 0 to 100. So we're gonna have 100 different types of tree. So apply. And for the trunk, maybe, let's see, we can promote the radius from the, yeah, I think it will be nice, so we can have some, look, I think that would be nice if promoted this the radius. So let's drag to here. We're gonna call our tree radius, or maybe trunk. Trunk radius, and yeah, set 0.0121. I think it's okay. Apply, and what else? Maybe the length as well, so we can create some kind of bushes and trees. I think it will be nice as well. Now we can call tree. And I think we can promote the color as well. So what we're gonna do, we can promote just this first color. Okay, and apply. And we can copy these parameters and paste on the second color. Paste relative reference. So if we change the first, the second will change it automatically. So I think we finish. So let's just save this node. Let's go back in here and let's just fix this size and size. Jeez. Size as well. It's size here as well. Okay, let's save this and save this, and let's go back to Unreal. And just yeah, now we changed the name. Now we have, whoops. Let's open again. ADA, let's import, save, bring this. So now we change the name size, so it's showing here, and then we can select our size. This is our terrain, and let's see if our tree is working. We have this error again, something about our controller. Linking field, okay, it's not a problem. So our tree, it's here, and the parameters, what is our parameters? Let's select it. This is our parameters. So we have 100 different types of tree. So we can change our trunk. And we can make it smaller, and we can change the colors. Let's see, pink. And what we can do, we can put more trees. So we can create several types of trees and populate this terrain. I think this is pretty much how the Houdini and Houdini Engine works together.